And both my doctors did sweep my membrane without permission. I was going to be 39 weeks in a couple of days, and my doctor decided to swap my membrane. I had asked her to do it because I just knew that that would kind of kickstart labor, and it did. And both my doctors did sweep my membrane without permission before, and it's insane because one of them, I remember asking her, but she had already told me she already did it a couple of appointments ago. So I was like, wait, what? You didn't even ask me. My previous OBGYNs and the women that took care of me when I was like pregnant, I didn't have the best experience with it. And it's not to say you're not going to, or if you are an OBGYN that you're not a good one. Like, that is not what I'm saying at all. Just for my two previous ones, I did not have the best experience. My first one, she actually missed this huge thing, and I had really, really low hemoglobin, and it was something that could have been caught so early on in my pregnancy. And told me that my iron levels came back really low. It's common for your iron to be a little bit lower during pregnancy because you have so much blood. And my iron was around like 10, I think, when I first got pregnant, and then it went down to around 8. So around November, December time, it was around 8, which is a little bit low, but not too concerning. So I was taking iron pills not as consistently as I should have. I was taking iron pills not as consistently as I should have. Taking them along with my prenatals. My iron was at a 5.9. She said this was the lowest she's ever seen, especially in a functioning human. And that is why I always say that I had the potential of like dying when I went to go give birth, because it was something that had gotten so extremely low and no one caught it or no one thought about it. Even though I mentioned it numerous times, and I'm not going to go into all of this. I'm not going to sit here and point fingers, but at the same time, like, there are some things that could have been prevented. I think back in January it was, Faithful Counseling actually emailed me and reached out, and we were so excited. This was honestly an answered prayer because we wanted to do counseling, but we did not know where to start. Who do you go to? Where do you find a counselor? Like, who do you trust? Like, that was something that to me was probably the biggest roadblock. Was I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to begin, and I knew we wanted a Christian counselor because our faith plays such a large part of our lives that if we were to go to a counselor that wasn't a Christian, I feel like we wouldn't be hearing each other the right way.
Yeah, and so there's definitely a spiritual element and spiritual layer to this idea of your health and wellness mentally and emotionally and things like that. So we wanted it to come from the same understanding of we're operating from a biblical worldview.
So just a little disclaimer, Faithful Counseling is not a crisis line, so we will have stuff linked down below in case you guys are going through something right now. We definitely want to be sensitive to that, so I will link resources down below in case that you're currently in those shoes. We definitely do not take that lightly, so I did want to just add that disclaimer.
Yeah, Faithful Counseling's whole mission is to make professional counseling affordable, accessible, and convenient, which was
Jesus Christ. And this has just been one of the truest things I've ever experienced, because there's no way that anyone could ever just like see and hear these horrific things that people say, and these things that people come up with and will Photoshop and mimic to look like such a bad thing, when in reality it couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. And there's no way that someone could go through that and like have a smile on their face, or just like not be sure how to handle it. So I don't really know where the Lord is going to take this video. He is in full control of things, and there have been so many things that have happened, and I'm like, Lord, why is this happening? Like, why is there so much hatred? Why are people just twisting and taking things, making things up? There are so many stories, you guys. There was a story of me having sex with another person in high school and cheating on Jordan when I wasn't even sleeping with Jordan. Like, there are things that have been so clear to me that the enemy is trying to do. And at the end of the day, the enemy is furious. He is furious with this ministry. He is furious with the story. He's furious with what the Lord is doing and stirring in people's hearts, and it's making him mad. He is visibly angry, and it is very, very obvious and seen. And so I've just been like, why, Lord? Like, why are you letting this happen? Like, everyone around me is affected by this, and I don't know what to do. Like, it seems like people are fishing for any and everything that they can find. And the most recent thing has not only been that people are fishing for things, but people are going and photoshopping and making up stuff, which is a whole nother thing. Whatever you guys are seeing floating around is not true. We have the information, we have it, and we've gotten it searched, and we've gotten it filled through, and you can see that it has clearly been edited and stamped on with another username. So whatever you are seeing, it is not factual. It is not something that someone wrote. It is something that someone fabricated and wrote out and is impersonating and making it seem like this person is saying this. So